She's back, baby. We're so back. We are so back. Hi everyone, I'm Annie G and welcome to my channel where the scents are sweet and the reviews are spicy. It is my job to make sure that you are never overspending on anything, let alone perfume. And in today's video, I am very excited because I consider myself an expert on this matter, okay? Rose is my favorite note. Rose has such a bad rap, and I am on a mission to end the rose slander and to put you on to some modern roses, okay? These are not your grandma's rose. This is not Shalimar. These are modern interpretations, unique interpretations of rose. I am so excited. Hopefully you are too. So if that sounds good to you, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'm here for you Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. Okay, let's talk about my favorite rose perfumes. Yay! Okay, first up is one that I talk about a lot, but it is what I consider my signature scent and definitely my favorite modern take on rose, and that is Rose of No Man's Land by Byredo. You can see the dent here. That dent doesn't lie. And this is the large bottle. This is the 100 ml, and I'm almost halfway through. Oh my gosh. This is the cool girl rose. I've said it once, I'll say it over and over and over. This is a cool girl rose. It's woody, it's peppery, it's dry, but you still get that velvety rose without it being too lipsticky, powdery, or vintage, which is why I think a lot of people don't like rose, is they have that association with either potpourri from their grandma's bathroom or like really vintage toiletries and bath soap. This is not that kind of rose. It is a very high quality modern Turkish rose. It's very pink smelling while being elegant and not too frivolous and frou-frou, if that makes sense. It's very chic. The top notes, Turkish rose and pink pepper. The pink pepper is so nice and bright and spicy and dry without being too sharp. It doesn't make you want to sneeze or anything. Middle notes, Turkish red rose again, and raspberry blossom. And I think that's why this is so unique. You see a lot of nowadays, especially after Delina, you see a lot of red fruits with rose, and I'll talk about one here in a minute, but you don't get a lot of raspberry blossom. This is the only fragrance that I have that has that note. And I think it just adds a sharp, tart floralness without being too juicy. And that's another way rose can go south, is when it's too jammy candy. You know what I'm saying? This still has that elegant floral feeling that goes with the Turkish red rose, but in a really unique tart way. And then the base notes, papyrus and amber. So you get that smoky resinous at the bottom. It is so beautiful, so chic, excellent performance. I spray this on in the morning. I'm smelling it all day. Beautiful sillage, tons of compliments, especially from my younger coworkers, my Gen Z coworkers. They love this, and I live to please Gen Z. So, no, just kidding. But it is a compliment, you know, as someone in their 30s, when, you know, a younger, cooler, hipper person is like, that smells good. I'm like, thank you. So, first rose, please get your nose on it. Fabulous, fabulous, worth every penny, the quality, everything. I just can't say enough good things about Rose of No Man's Land by Byredo. Woo! This is fun for me. This is really fun for me. Second one, y'all, this is a cool rose. This is definitely not your grandma's rose. This is by Nurl's Matchbox Romance. Oh my gosh. Wow, wow, wow. Incense Smoky Rose. I'm going to spray it on because I'm just obsessed. Oh, wow. I can't express to you the journey this takes you on. So when you first spray it, you get cinnamon leaf, cardamom, and fennel. So it's this spicy, herby, slightly green opening, but it's cinnamon leaf and cardamom, so it's still a warm green, if that makes sense. And then the middle notes, and then the middle notes, Rose de Mal, which I'm not sure what Rose de Mal is. It probably obviously is a specific type of rose, but Rose de Mal, vanilla, and carnation. So then in the middle comes this velvety, sensual rose with this slightly vintage. It has an homage to a Shalimar type DNA, but the base notes of tobacco leaf, olibanum, and Haitian vetiver really quickly snap it back into something really modern, smoky, incensey. It doesn't read so much tobacco so much as incense. Oh my gosh, it is so beautiful. It is so cool. If you like a cardamom note, if you like something smoky, but you still want something elegant and floral, this rose is so beautiful. Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed with it. I think they did such a good job with this. I really am so floored by this perfume. It really takes you on a journey. The opening, again, so warm and spicy. And that fennel gives it something a little unique, but then you get that creamy, sensual rose with the vanilla and the tobacco. Such a beautifully composed perfume. And as far as roses goes, this is one of the most modern interpretations I have come across. So as a rose lover, I stand by Matchbox Romance wholeheartedly. Matchbox Romance by Nurl. Okay, next up is a newer one that I just got, but I had to put in this video because I am so impressed by it. And that is Dopamine Rose by L'Epoque. This brand is starting to make its rounds on TikTok and YouTube, but I think for good reason. Beautiful perfume, extra concentration. But this is a ozonic marshmallow rose with a tart rhubarb and raspberry. So it is airy and light, but still fluffy and sweet. It is really interesting and very mature, grown up, but not too vintage and outdated. It feels very modern and chic, but in an elevated, grown up way. The top notes are raspberry, rhubarb, marshmallow, and strawberry. Red fruit right away with that strawberry, but the tart rhubarb with the raspberry really gives it something a little unique, I would say, a little different. And then the middle notes are rose, ozonic notes, and cyclamen. So the cyclamen adds this wateriness with the ozonic notes that make it feel a little ethereal. And then the base note is just cashmere musk. So it's really smooth and soft. And I think that's where the chic quality is coming from. I highly recommend trying it. I'm not sure on performance because I literally just got it 2 days ago. So I haven't had a chance to wear her down. But I will say I sprayed this test strip 3 hours ago and it's still very powerful. I think this is a really good interpretation of rose in a very modern take, especially if you like a red fruit, a fluffy, airy marshmallow. It's not too sweet. It's not super gourmand, but it just has this sweet softness. Beautiful for spring. Really beautiful spring perfume. I was impressed, so thought I'd share, throw it in quick. L'Epoque's Dopamine Rose. Okay, next up is a rose that is very special to me. And this is Eau Rose from Diptyque. This is the Eau de Parfum concentration. This was my wedding perfume. Now it's interesting that I chose this as my wedding perfume because I got married on New Year's Eve. So it was a winter wedding, but I chose this really bright, sharp rose. But something about it just feels like me. This just feels like me. Top note is lychee. So you get that sharp red fruit. Middle notes, damask rose, grass rose, and rose water, chamomile, and artichoke. So the artichoke adds this earthiness to it. So you get that really elegant rose with the sharp lychee, 3 different kinds of rose. Chamomile, I don't get so much chamomile. I think it might just add to the soft quality of the middle. And then the base is musk and wood. And it's just so elegant. You really just have to experience it to know what I mean. It's not Delina at all. The lychee rose combination with a rhubarb or, in this case, artichoke, something a little different. That DNA is very overdone. This came out a little after Delina. This one is done in a diptyque way. So it feels very French and chic and a little unique, which is why I really like it. Delina can be very overwhelming for me and too girly, if that makes sense. This feels grown. It feels sexy. It feels fresh. When we went on our honeymoon in Jamaica, I wore this on the beach. I'll wear this in the dead of winter. I'll wear it all year round. Not the best performance, I'm not gonna lie to you. I got maybe 3-4 hours, but I don't care because it's just so elegant. It made me feel so beautiful on my wedding day. It made me feel so sexy and young, but grown. Don't even waste your time with the EDT. Just go straight for the Eau de Parfum. Definitely not your grandma's rose. So yeah, Eau Rose is definitely my most precious rose. Next up, sweet date rose and saffron, but done in a French way. This is Jardin de Misfah from Nuit Nomade. Y'all, this one had to grow on me, okay? When I first smelled it, something about the date note was really clawing to me. The more I sit with it, the more I smell it. It is so sweet and jammy, but still airy and spicy. It has a Middle Eastern feel without being heavy and dense. It still wears very French and chic. It reminds me of Morocco or something, or North African or Middle Eastern. It's a desert, but you're in this garden in the desert, surrounded by rose and date trees, and it's very luxurious, but it's still really dry and hot, but beautiful and chic. Does that make sense? Oh, I just love it. The top notes, cardamom, nutmeg. Middle notes, date, rose. Base notes, almond and saffron. And that saffron is not super leathery. There is a little bit of something, something, but it's not rubbery or leathery. I think it just helps give this a projection and an airiness and fill the room. Very elegant, really good staying power. I just love this rose. I think this is definitely one to check out, especially if you like a spicy, warm fragrance, a little sweet. The almond adds something a little soft and powdery at the base. Highly recommend Jardin de Misfah. This is probably the most gourmand rose in this list, and this is Wega by Astra. Bottle. Ooh. Wega is a fluffy marshmallow red fruit rose, okay? It is fluffy, soft, rich, elegant, but still light and musky. It is so beautiful, incredible interpretation of a rose. It's so yummy and so perfect for spring. I love this one. It is very pricey, unfortunately, but I just love, love, love this fragrance. The top notes, raspberry, Japanese cherry blossom. Middle notes, rose and marshmallow. Base notes, Haitian vetiver, tonka bean, and vanilla. I'm noticing a theme that I really like a vetiver and rose combo. A lot of these have those same combinations. Anywho, it is elegant, intriguing. Something about it is very sensual and intriguing, but I think that's what rose does when rose is at its best. It adds this sensual quality that kind of draws you in, and all of these perfumes have that, and I think that's what makes a beautiful rose so good. But yeah, this is just delicious and so beautiful. And for spring, I want this perfume so bad. It is so delicious and so beautiful. Can't recommend it enough. Wega by Astra. Okay, next up is for our fresh lovers, our fresh fragrance lovers, and that is Scenic Rose by Leta. This is a stunning, watery tea strawberry rose fragrance. It is a little sharp with the green tea. I don't know how else to explain it. I perceive tea to be very sharp and it can be very headache inducing for me, but this does not give me a headache. It is very fresh and peppery. The top notes, strawberry, pink pepper, and green tea. It has that watery green tea quality. Middle notes are rose and pear blossom. So you get this subtle pear, but it's not too thick. And then base notes, musk, vanilla, amber, and white woods. So you get this chic dry down. Oh, it's just beautiful. It's just so well done, especially for a strawberry tea fragrance. This could go south fast. This could go south so fast, but it really doesn't. It stays very fresh and youthful and yummy and chic. This is a beautiful interpretation of rose, especially if you like a tea fragrance, a fresher fragrance for spring and summer. Highly recommend trying Scenic Rose. And this little pouch, are you kidding? So cute. Okay, next is the most affordable rose on this list, but a beautiful modern interpretation. Please ignore the presentation. I hate this bottle. But this is Anna Abiyedh Scarlet. What is this? What is all this? Anywho, what matters is the juice, and the juice is sexy, okay? Powerful. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. This is Lattafa's take on Fetiche La Rose, and they did an amazing job. I think this wears just a touch sharper with the pink pepper and the nutmeg, and maybe a touch sweeter, but it is a beautiful, beautiful, affordable rose. Top notes are black cherry, pink pepper. It doesn't have a medicinal cherry quality. It's very juicy and tart. Middle notes, rose, peony, tonka bean, and nutmeg. The peony balances out the tonka bean so it doesn't get too creamy. It doesn't go too watery. The nutmeg just kind of boosts the cherryness and the pink pepperiness of the fragrance. Base notes are sugar, patchouli, vanilla, and caramel. Caramel, not so much, but definitely vanilla and patchouli. It has an earthiness to it. It is so elegant, sexy, okay? Beware. Only wear this if you're really trying to do something, okay? Amazing lasting power for being a $25 fragrance. Highly recommend. I think this is a really beautiful, not overly rose, but again, still has that sensual come hither quality that all good rose fragrances do really well. And so for an affordable, cheapy, you cannot go wrong with this for rose. I can't talk about rose fragrances without talking about Rose Jam. I don't know what to tell you. If you don't think this is the most delicious smelling thing in the world, it is so addictive to me. I want to eat it. I just want to eat it so bad. I want to eat it really badly. And I know that I shouldn't do that because it's perfume, but I wish they made like a candy version of this. Rose Jam, she's a classic. She's a legend. This is the 2019 version, okay? So the newer one is she's been around for a long time. 2 different types of rose, Turkish rose and just straight rose oil with a marmalade note at the top. Middle notes, lemon and spicy notes. The lemon is what makes it so addictive to me. That citrusy brightness cuts through some of that marmalade jamminess so it's not too thick or heavy. And then the base note is geranium. And so that makes it, to me, elegant. I think this is an elegant rose. I really do. I don't know what to tell you. I love Rose Jam. I stand by Rose Jam as one of the best rose fragrances or just rose scents. Everything Rose Jam to me, I'm like, great. I love it. And the eau de parfum is no exception. So love her. Love her. She's an icon. She's a legend. And I stan. Okay, everyone, that is my roundup of modern rose interpretations. Not your grandma's rose, okay? Rose for rose haters. Let me know if you've tried any of these. Let me know if you don't like rose traditionally, but you do try these, and let me know what you think. I'm so excited. I really do consider myself an expert on a modern rose, so I stand by all of these wholeheartedly. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for bearing with my voice as I'm healing. I'm starting to feel better, so hopefully my next videos will be even better. But yeah, thank you so much, you guys, for watching. Again, please subscribe, like, comment. It really means a lot to me. I'll see you in my next video. Okay, bye.